And as the community prepares for a solemn goodbye next week, those who witnessed and survived last week's tragic events are picking up the pieces and trying to return to some sense of normalcy.
And that includes living in the Blaisdell Avenue apartment building where the initial double shooting happened and where a frantic search for a possible second gunman all unfolded. Our Paul Blume joins us now. And Paul, it really sounds like they're still shaken by this.
Tim and Ken, this was traumatic. There are some longtime residents I met whose sense of safety and security was absolutely rocked by these tragic events. You had the deadly gunfire inside and outside of the building, and then many returned to find their doors had been busted in, their homes tossed, as heavily armed law enforcement had to ensure the danger was fully contained.
This lady come out screaming, "Ah, two people been shot upstairs." And I said, "What? Two people been shot upstairs?"
Ravel Dixon had just gotten home to his Blaisdell Avenue apartment last Thursday when fear and panic exploded around him. He immediately rushed outside where he heard a deafening barrage of gunfire right nearby.
That kind of scared me. It scared everybody, you know, and I said, "Oh my goodness, I hope ain't nobody hurt."
Dixon was stunned when he realized the initial double shooting that sparked the tragic sequence of events unfolded upstairs in the unit right above his. Apartment number 18 here, now fully boarded up.
The bullets came from upstairs all the way down here. I said, "Oh man, I'm glad I wasn't in there. I'm glad."
Dixon ultimately returned to his home of 9 years to find what appeared to be a fresh bullet hole from the deadly gunfire in his entryway ceiling. His front and bedroom doors kicked in or rammed by law enforcement during a frantic operation to search and clear the building of any other potential suspects.
They didn't know where he was. We didn't know where he was. You know, hey, they had to do their job. And that's, you know, that's what happens.
Recently released emergency dispatch details the chaos in Dixon's building at 2221 Blaisdell. From the call reporting two shot inside apartment 18 to an update advising at 5:34 and 21 seconds, quote, "Someone dead." Minutes later, the corridor set up for EMS to evacuate victims from the rear of the building. And then at 7:55 and 14 seconds, 2+ hours later, a St. Paul SWAT team announced it is forcing entry into Dixon's apartment. With a follow-up moments later, quote, "All clear." Dixon still shaken by the close call. So sad to hear Officer Jamal Mitchell was ambushed and killed.
Because I hate to see that. I hate to see somebody innocent just get their life taken for no reason at all. And he didn't deserve that. He didn't deserve it at all.
And taking a look at that apartment building, we saw in the public notes there, some 16 doors had to be boarded up, including a couple of metal doors, so you could kind of tell the intensity of the response. No surprise there. And then I did ask Mr. Dixon if he knew the tenants, right, because he was right above them. He said they were they'd recently moved in maybe in the last few months, but had not gotten a chance to know anybody in that apartment. And again, that's where that double shooting, where one person was killed, another gravely injured.
But still, the damage alone and the bullet hole in his own apartment.
And then the loss of life. He had, you know, spotted Officer Mitchell over the last year or so on the job out in the neighborhood. So it hurts everybody. That's just one voice from inside that building. It was so traumatized.
Yeah, with the chaos, though, of that day, I guess I'm not completely surprised of just everything, you know, that happened.
Overwhelming.
Yeah,
overwhelming
sure.
in that neighborhood.
All right, thanks, Paul.